my Feb, and today I am taking a look at all the slides that I've done. So this slide, I believe, is 1993 through 1998, but I'm not actually sure. But here, I feel like I've shown a good portion of it. I think I just got that doll. That one. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to show you, and then I started a new slide because I'm only putting 100 dolls on each slide, but I've 100% shown you at least some of these, but we're just going to kind of fan through. I was thinking I could do like a ranking of each year, but I gotta get through all my Disney Princess rankings before I even consider that. But I'm adding these to my slides so that I can see all of the dolls that exist and then separate them into groups, because I feel like that'll be more satisfying of like, I completed all of the winter dolls or the Easter dolls. I thrift, so like I'm not going on eBay and like picking out all the Easter dolls, but I don't know if you've ever, wanted to get every single doll of something specifically. I want like Ever After High and Monster High. It takes a while, so slowly coming along. But that's what I was kind of thinking here. Okay, here's some more. That was just a few that I just added recently. Maybe not. I think so. Anyways, so I'm gonna separate them into groups. Obviously, like I've already started like holiday Barbies, but I started doing like the Valentine's or the Easter, and then I was like, what if I go back and I'm like, well, I consider like this one a part of something, and then like I miss a winter one, so this way I'll be able to look at them. It makes more sense in my head, and eventually when I start going into it, I'll explain it a little bit better, but nonetheless, here they are. Also, this way, they did like remakes of certain dolls, okay? So like this is a Dalmatian one. Well, there's others too that I was looking at, and my hope is that when I start looking at them and I take all the Wizard of Oz dolls or the Dalmatian dolls, and I can be like, oh, they just like reproduced it and I didn't realize it. So that's another thing. I'll probably have a little bit less. I also didn't include collector dolls or a huge portion of collector dolls. I really did try to look at some of their prices. The difference between like, okay, I did add Harley Davidson, which I believe do go for a lot, but like the difference from like this one is that when I looked up her price, she said decent versus, okay, these ones were not a decent price, they were insane, but I do really want them, so they're on here. But like a Playline doll that might go for like $100, like let's just say this one is retailing or on eBay is going for like $100. My hope is that because it was a Playline doll, that I'll be able to at some point in my life find it for a decent price by like somebody who like played with it and maybe trashed it a little, but I'll be able to find it for a decent price. So that's kind of my thoughts there. Okay, we are at the end. I made it to 100 slides. Then I started the next group. So far, I've added 1998 and 1999 to this slide, so we'll casually look through. We have some more of the basketball sports dolls. I always say if you're looking through and I spelled them wrong or I gave them the wrong name, I use talk to text, and I don't know why, but my talk to text, even though I have used it my whole life, we have formed a partnership of it being able to, it should be able to understand me. It does not. It does not like how I sound. I know I don't enunciate very well, but like it spells Ken as K-C-E-N. Nope, C-A-N, as in can and not Ken. And I feel like when I say it, those are two separate words. It also hates the word Christy. It'll always do Chris. But whatever. So I made it all the way up to 1999, which means my next up on this list, what slide did I get to? This is literally not even 2 full years because 1998 is on the other slide as well. I made up to slide 43. That means that they're making that many dolls each year, which is annoying, but also like, yay, because like there's so many dolls that exist that I really want, but also like boo, because like I want them. Anyways, I also excluded, if you can tell, I excluded ones that like repeat, so they have an AA and then the white version of this one, and then same for her. I guess brunette and blonde. I don't know what they actually refer to them as. But I only chose one of them, and I don't care which one I get. It doesn't even have to be the exact doll in the outfit. Also, like I have some of these dolls, like I have that one, but this is not my wish list. This is adding dolls right now because I want to eventually be able to like organize them and place them out. So if I have it, they still are on this list anyways. The next dolls that I will be adding onto this list are dolls from the 2000s. So 2000, hopefully I'll be able to add another doll on here. But the way that this is going, I feel like it's taking up so many slides, but it is okay. Stay tuned for more as I like go through them, I guess. And I've also been excluding Chelsea's. I guess they're Kelly's right now, but eventually Chelsea's, because they're not my most exciting thing. Like, if I came across them and got them really cheap, so eventually I do want to add them on, but I don't want to add them right now. I don't want to do it. So eventually I will have to go back and I'm gonna regret it, but that is okay. That is a future me problem. That's all that I have for the video. I just want to do an update on what I'm working on for the different dolls. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.